Ah, yeah. Actually, anyway, they don't recording anyway for no voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish no was
Okay,
this point.
let's listen to her now. Yeah.
And you've seen pieces of this in a couple of samples, but you might kind of merge them out. So the whole thing's going to start out with something that looks kind of like this. You're going to prompt for a location. You're going to have a button that's going to be maps. So what's going to happen is you're going to let the user type in something. So I'm going to type in Wall Street. Try to type in Wall Street. And you can put in whatever you want. I'm just picking something that's in the United States just because I'm going to have you mark two things, the current location and some other location. So what's going to happen now, and sort of in the first step, you're just going to prompt for this location. You're going to use geocoding to get a lat long, okay? And once you can do that, then you're going to go to the next step. So you're going to type in something, the location. And what you want to do is have your app start. When you click this button, you want to have it start a Google Map activity. So, adding that in Android, you have to go in and let me see if I can just quickly show you because I occasionally get people who go, I have no idea how to do this. So to add a new Google Map activity, you need to go into New. And instead of going into Activity, you go to Google. And look, there's and if you look, there's a Google Maps activity. That's what you're going to add. And that's going to give you all that same stuff we talk about in the slides where you're going to get a particular Google Map API. You have to go online to get the key, to get your own key. Again, here's the link and all of that. So that's in the slides that talk for this class. So you're going to create a Google Map activity, and you're going to pass the lat long that you computed using geocoding to that. Now, this is going to do, because this is my lab 9, it's going to do a little bit more than that, but let me show you that part. So we do that, and then so when I type map my location, I'm going to open up a Google Map, and you can ignore what's going on down there. Here, right here in the center, the thing we're seeing here in the center is Wall Street. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing. So you have to. Well, one thing you do have to note, you can set it up so that the app prompts you for permission, but I'm just going to have. I've had not always success with that for whatever reason. And so if you don't want to try to do that, that's fine. At the grader, it can go in and set permission for the app. So using the settings. So that's the sort of the second step. The third step is going to use fuse location to get the current location. So what is actually happening is this here, that's the current location. Now, this is an emulator, so it doesn't really have GPS and all that. And what it's doing is it's using the location that's set here in this additional thing. So right now, it's setting a lat long, and I think somewhere it says what it is. It's basically where Google is or something like that. And so you can use that lat long from the emulator. Let's see if I can get rid of this now. So I don't, again, if you're doing it correctly, it won't matter whether it's in an emulator or whether it's in a device, it'll be able to get its lat long. And so this is actually the location of, that location I just showed you. And so when this starts, I'm actually passing it two different lat longs. It's going to set a marker on both of the lat longs, and then it just displays here. You can see why I chose a location in the United States. Because I can see it better. You are going to center on whatever comes here. So, for example, instead, I decided I want to know where the Taj Mahal is. It's going to show me that, but I don't see my second marker. But if I go over, oops, then it really is there. But the one you want to center on is this location. My mouse is... I'm not moving my mouse, and now it's doing all kinds of crazy things. Anyway, so that's what you're going to do for this one. So again, you're doing locations for this third step, so you're going to have to go in, remember, and change the Gradle stuff. So I'll remind you that. So here in module app, this Gradle file, the the map stuff gets added for you when you choose to do a map activity. So this line gets added for you. I added this line myself. I'm using 1500, kind of depends on, I actually could use a different one, it looks like. You know, it's going to vary a little bit based on your installation, what you put here in terms of the version. 1500 seems to be working fine for me. It didn't seem to like 16.1.0 like I had up here for the maps. So I'm not going to touch it once I get it working. But once you add this, then it'll come up here and to ask you to sync it, and you resync it. And if it seems happy, then you should be good to go. So that's this second to last lab that you're going to do.
Oh, so there's just one more lab after this and then all done.
I mean, from the last one? From the
Yeah,
last
this is the penultimate lab.
Mm.
And 11 will be the last.
Ah, that's what he said. 11.
Yeah. No, 10. 10 will be the last.
That's what she said. Okay.
Yeah, she said this is the second to last. Oh.